GMB Pros, welcome everyone that's here on the live. We got Ronald, we got Harry, we got Joan. I appreciate you guys, those that are catching the replay. Let me try this real quick. I'm gonna try to go on.
Excuse me.
Yeah, give me 1 second here.
It says I can't turn on my camera.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. And let's see here. Let me try to get this on Facebook that we can get our family on there. It was giving us a hard time the other day, so we'll see if we can catch it now.
Yeah, looks like it's live streaming on Facebook now.
Cool. So guys, again, welcome everyone that's on here, those that are on the Facebook Live, those that are catching the replay, and those are here with us. For the moment, we're going to leave the settings as they are, guys, and then we'll save some Q&As towards the end. That way, I'm super excited today. What I have to share with you. As you know, our goal, William and I's goal is to help with two things. One is to help grow your agency, and number two is to help get better results for your clients, right? And we do that by inviting guests, we invite friends, we invite family on here to kind of give us over the shoulder examples on how we can do this. And I'm super excited to have Manick here today, because I think what we're about to share with you today is going to be able to accomplish both of those things, right? Help you grow your agency and help get better results for your clients. So those are this person in. So guys, just to give a little brief history, Manick and I met, how long ago, Manick, was that?
I think it was like 2 years ago, maybe.
2 years ago, it was in Las Vegas, right? Digital Underground. And we kind of hit it off.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I was wondering, what is this meeting about?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I'll get right into it. Here, 1 second.
Okay, sir.
Yep. Let me do this. And so we met with Manick, and we were able, we kind of hit it off, and it was with search. Actually, no, it was in San Diego the very first time. In San Diego, you were at a show. I remember, that's right. You were at a show, and that's when we met, but we kind of really built our relationship with at Digital Underground, and then where else did we meet? Oh, we also met at the Seven Figure Agency with Josh Nelson. So super excited, to be able to build that bond, and our relationship has kind of grown. Our families have met, our kids have met. So not only do I consider Manick, a colleague, but definitely a co-host, a founding member, I should say. So super excited. I appreciate him for being here. One of the things that we'll be sharing, we'll get into it deeper again, to help grow your agency, just to answer some questions that are here. This is to help grow your agency or get better results for the clients that you're managing here. Now, Manick, for those that don't know you, if you can kind of give us where you've been, where you're at now, and kind of what the future holds for us.
Totally. So first of all, Alfredo, thank you for the introduction, and it's been awesome just getting to know you better, getting to know your family, building that relationship, and it's been so fun that we get to click on multiple levels, including SEO, which is one of my favorites. My history with SEO, this is my third technology venture that I'm building, which is Search Atlas. I'm the founder, CTO, CEO of Search Atlas. My previous venture 2 companies ago was a e-commerce store that was competing with you love technology. Well, who doesn't, man? Technology makes life a lot easier if you learn how to use it right. My first e-commerce venture was it was in the live entertainment ticketing space, where SEO was absolutely essential to the way that we were trying to grow and build that business. We scaled it to over 100 million a year. And then we exited it a couple of years after that. And that was sort of my opportunity to kind of cut my teeth, if you will, on SEO and digital marketing, where we were deploying, annual budgets on paid media of over 10 million a year. We had a huge SEO department where we were building backlinks, getting backlinks from sites like ESPN, Forbes. We did a huge partnership with Shazam.com to build over 1 million backlinks from Shazam to our site back then. So I've been around the block on the SEO side. I've had some great wins. I've had some great losses. I've survived to tell the story. And today, really what we're after is we're looking to build. So I'm also the founder of linkgraph.com, which is our agency. We do a lot of work with enterprise brands. And what we've really tried to figure out how to do is take SEO, build it down to a science. And from understanding it as a scientist, from a scientific perspective, build technology, tech solutions that automate SEO campaigns, basically, to get results. And so today what we've done is we've launched a tool that's called Auto last week, and we've been able to successfully get case study worthy results using Auto.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. So that's really what I was excited to share with you guys on here. It's the Search Atlas platform, Auto, what it can do, how you can leverage it in your business. And not only am I excited, but I'm a user, right? I use it in my agency. We've implemented in my agency. So I kind of want to share a little bit on, what it does, what it can do for you, and kind of leverage that for yourselves as well. Okay. So here. So let me go ahead and I kind of Manick, I don't want to mess up your flow. Did you want to share anything in particular as far as any slides or anything?
Yeah, totally. Let me pull these slides up.
Okay.
Start sharing my screen right here.
Perfect.
Let me know if you guys are seeing this.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So so really I mentioned taking SEO, treating it like a science. So like, okay, this might sound extreme and maybe make some people uncomfortable, but just imagine for a second, if someone had a gun to your head and said, listen, for your life and your family's life, you got to get this site to rank. You got to get this GBP to rank. How confident would you feel in your ability to do that? Just drop into the chat. On a scale from 1 to 10, how confident would you be? Thankfully, most of the time when we work with clients, we don't have that level of pressure. But I say that to kind of prove a point, which is to really understand SEO and understand how to get those predictable results. We got to treat it like a science that it is, to understand how does Google rank search results. So for the last 7 years, we've been doing this type of study where we look at search engine results. We then unpack those. We look at what's called the correlation study of what factors are correlated with ranking well in Google. Is it authority? Is it content? Is it page experience? Is it something else? Something else. People talk about Google being thousands of search factors. And with the Google algorithm leak, some people talked about it being more than 5,000 factors. And I actually don't like thinking of search in that way because it's not helpful. It makes it impossible to really simplify and really focus on strategy. So we really kind of coalesced SEO into these 4 key pillars of SEO, which are authority, content, UX and behavior, and technicals. Alfredo, when you think about SEO, how does this resonate with you? Do you look at this as the holistic SEO framework as well?
Yeah, 100%. One thing with these blocks here, or if you want to switch them to pillars, not only, no matter who talks about SEO or anywhere else, they're all going to fall into these boxes or these pillars that I like to consider 100%. Every last theory or conversation about SEO, 100%.
Exactly. It really falls into these 4 buckets. And when people think about SEO strategies, some people talk about different campaigns. Some of them are more for Google Maps. Some of them are more for Google Web. they're really still in these buckets, and we'll look at some differences between web and maps in here in just a second. But we think about SEO as off page and on page. So for off page, we got authority and UX and behavior. And then on page, we got content and we got technicals. Okay. So that's SEO off page and on page. And through the experimentation process of trying things, and I wouldn't say trying 10 things, trying one thing at a time, measuring and seeing what happens. Through that, we've learned that SEO is really, it's a mathematical equation, guys. It's a math problem. It's science. It's not a bunch of random stuff. It really is an equation. And ultimately, we know that Google, there's not a bunch of, monkeys moving things up and down in the search results. It's an algo. So the more we understand it as a math problem, the better we are. The idea that, Google tries to promote is I think really bad, that if you just build a great website and create good content, that you'll rank and people will come to your site. It's not true. Plus, this movie kind of sucks. I don't really like Kevin Costner very much. Like with SEO, you got to really be deliberate and you got to have a plan. Okay. And so we created the blueprint. If you guys want a copy of it, just grab that QR code. You guys can download this. You guys can have it. Use it with your clients if it helps you tell your story about how you're approaching SEO. But essentially, we call this our factor-based holistic SEO framework that really hits all 4 key pillars. And if you do this, we found over the last 7 years, if you do this well, you're able to get case study worthy results like this. This is a big box e-commerce retailer that we did it holistic SEO for years and years. They've been paying 15 grand a month with us for the last 6 years. Never missed a month. That's great predictable revenue for us and helped us build our agency. And some months they spend closer to 30 or 40 when they really want to push into backlinks, for example. We can get the same kind of results in the Google Maps world as well with holistic. Today I published a case study about the impact of one change alone, and that was NLP on the homepage of the website for Google Maps results. If you combine all the systems together, you're able to get massive ranking improvements as well. And Alfredo, you published your own case studies where you've done this kind of stuff, where you fix websites and you fix Google Maps, right? You want to talk about that a little bit and how you've implemented holistic SEO at William Jones in your agency?
Yeah, 100%. We definitely tied those two together now. So especially when Google kicked us in the butt with the reviews, one of the advice that I got from somebody in the business is, Alfred, make it hard for your clients to break up with you. And just don't do one thing. You have to do multiple things. And that's when I really leaned into, doing the maps and the SEO together. That way you can do a more holistic, you can diversify is what I like to call your ranking factors.
I love that. Yeah. And that's a great point. What you'll find with clients is that the more you're able to do with them, the more levels in which you're able to add value and work with them, even beyond SEO with PPC. What we found is that every time we add an additional service for a customer, our churn rate goes down by 50% or more. So the more you're able to do with that client, the less the churn. And I'll actually show you Auto today. We'll get into it in just a minute. Once you install Auto on the website, they kind of can't break up with you. They break up with you, their red to green heat map goes away. Like almost completely goes away. So it allows you to sell SEO as a marketing system and not as a bunch of random services. It really makes it packaged into a single technology system that you install on their site. That becomes like a utility bill where they can't really turn it off. Like, do you think that this client of ours is going to stop working with us when you give them results like this, right? Within the first month, if you can show your client a pop in the ranking, something serious on the SEO side, where they're able to get results like this, they're going to be your client for life. And the purpose of me showing you guys some of these case studies here is that sometimes it's not any one thing that you can do that will make the rankings pop. When you really yourself become more of the scientist of SEO and you understand it, you understand how it works, you will begin to have a sixth sense where you look at a site and say, this site actually in the holistic framework, if I did one thing and one thing alone, it should be X. That X for US self-storage was technical SEO magic. It was changing the internal linking profile of the website to push more page rank to the pages that mattered. As soon as we did that and we moved the page rank away from the pages that didn't matter, massive overnight Google rank change impact, crazy impact on rankings from one change alone. So I would say in your SEO journey, treat it like a scientist, learn, understand, also be successful as an agency owner to build a bigger business. But I'm just trying to show you guys that there are levels to this. There's working with local businesses. There's also working with e-commerce brands that will spend $25,000 a month with you on SEO. This client paid $25K a month with us for many, many years until we got them to a point where they kind of said, like, you know what, like, we don't think we can do better than this. And always they can, but you know, who cares? Like at $25K a month, we did really well with this client. A lot of other case studies here to share, just to show you that this works. So, you know, my next question for you guys is like, what if today Alfredo and I could show you something that would literally 10x the SEO of your clients' websites? Who would be excited about that? Just if you could drop in the chat, 10x, let us know how much you want to 10x the SEO of your website. If we don't get enough people saying 10x, then we're not going to show you. We're just not going to do it. We're going to keep it to our.
There it is.
Everybody gets shy.
Looks like Manick froze.
To get to this product, we had to do the science. We had to do the experimentation. We did the science. We did the experimentation. We learned painstakingly what holistic SEO is and how it works. And the big difference between what we've created with Auto versus your Ahrefs or your SEMrush, everything that they do, we do as well. But the big difference is Auto. And it's that Auto is an automated system. It's action-oriented. It tells you what to do. It kills the information overload of a million different tools. And it's fully white labeled. So for you as an agency owner, you can white label it. The client doesn't even have to know. It's Auto that's doing it. You can communicate it however you want to, that it's your agency that's delivering all the results in the technology. And I would encourage you to say that our agency, like let's say it's William Jones. William Jones uses AI technology to deliver best-in-class results, and that technology is proprietary, right? So we're installing it on your website. When you install it, right, what it allows you to do is connect Auto into the website. So it gives you this installation code. You drop this code on the site, and now Search Atlas through Auto is able to connect to the website and control the SEO of the website. How many of you guys are still with me? Do you guys understand that?
Yes.
Yep. Good. So you install the pixel on the site, and that JavaScript technology allows us to manipulate anything we want on the website, including things like title tags and meta descriptions and image alt text, basically anything in the content, anything that's visible or invisible in the HTML, we now can control automatically through Auto. So some of the things that SEOs, obviously we have to do at a foundational level is to fix the foundational technical SEO issues with websites, like their title tags, like their meta descriptions. You'll find that a lot of the clients are going to be missing good titles and good meta descriptions. They might have written them years and years ago, but the titles or the metas don't really align well with the search intent. Auto, the way that Auto works is it actually built an AI model around the business. So Auto is crawling the website to figure out everything that it needs to know about the business. What industry is the business owner in? What products do they have? What's their market? It builds this brain essentially around the business using four things: the content from the website, the Google business data, the GBP connection, connects to the GBP and gets all the keyword ranking data from there to understand the business, the Google Search Console data to understand the website, its keywords, what keywords it's ranking for, its impressions, its clicks, all that data. And then finally, the knowledge graph, which is where you can control the brain of Auto and allow Auto to know more about the business, its description, its locality, its top pages, the pages that really matter, that if we got these pages ranking better for these specific keywords in here, that our client would be very happy. The social profiles, where this business is all over the internet, all of its social profiles. Auto does a pretty good job at guessing these at about a 90% level, but it doesn't always get it perfectly right. So you'll want to go in here and review each of these social profiles to make sure they're accurate. Authorship information, who the person is that actually owns the site and the business. That's important. We learned a lot about that with authorship and Google's EEAT guidelines. And then some images and video that you're going to give the knowledge graph so that Search Atlas, when it builds offsite SEO content for you for link building, or the GBP posts for you through its GBP automation module, or other new modules that we're going to be releasing, like press release automations and some of the new innovative stuff that we're going to work on, it has image assets that it will put into that content for you automatically. How many of you guys are still with me? 4 points for that AI model, okay? Website content, Google business data, Google Search Console data, and the knowledge graph. With that, we do what's in the AI world called fine-tuning. We build a fine-tuned model just about this business so that when Auto makes recommendations, it's a lot different than going to ChatGPT and saying, write me a meta description about this page for this business. Totally different. What it's going to do is it's going to draw multiple on-page data points, as well as the AI model, which already understands the business, to give you a really good title, a really good meta description. Image alt text, this is like the bane of every SEO's existence, having to do image alt text SEO, right? Alfredo, how many times have you had to update image alt text on a website for a client and just bang your head against the wall?
Yeah, yeah, it definitely has happened. And not only that, but how can I say, especially if you have a big agency or you have a VA that maybe English is not their first language, you want to do the heavy lifting for them, and this will do it for them 100%.
For sure. It's automatic. One of the nice things about it is you don't have to really check the work as much because Auto's doing a really good job. It's got good English grammar, punctuation. Oh, and by the way, we're about to release next week Auto for multiple languages. So French, Polish, German, Dutch, Norwegian, Swedish, Chinese. So it doesn't matter what language your client speaks, Auto will also speak that language, which is pretty cool. So it'll automate all the image alt text SEO. A lot of people, so when you run site audits, and Search Atlas has a great site auditor in here that you can use for sales purposes, where you run the site audit, you click export to Google Docs, and it gives you a Google Doc with all of the summarized fixes that the site needs to do to rank better on Google. It's a great sales tool. And one of the things in that is fix the image alt text. And for a long time, people are like, come on, man, I don't want to hear about fixing image alt texts. Like, that's boring. I want to hear the good stuff. I want to know about, other opportunities. And here we go. This is an example, instant export of a site audit from Search Atlas that you can share with a client to show them that you've done your due diligence about their website, what needs to get fixed in here. It's a great sales tool. But these image alt text, most SEOs are like, don't let me see it. Don't show it to me. I don't want to know about it because they're not going to fix it, right? But guess what? Honey Witcher, actually, she's one of the people that spent time and actually studied image SEO. Honey and Lee Witcher do some great work, I would say, in the realm of SEO testing. If you know those guys, like, shout them out. They're really good at what they do. Image alt texts are actually a part of the content of the page. And so it's a great way to add more semantically relevant content to your landing pages to boost their rankings on Google. How many of you guys got that? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like a new text model that you can add to the page and optimize so that it ranks better on Google. Very powerful. Don't sleep on this. And with Auto, the good thing about it is, don't worry. You don't have to have a VA go into go into your Elementor or God forbid your Duda site or your Wix site and do all this stuff, because auto is compatible with every CMS. WordPress, Shopify, Squarespace, doesn't matter. You can install the pixel on any website and it works. So automates image alt text, and I'll just kind of move through these a little bit faster now. Broken links, redirecting links, meta keywords, pages that are missing H1, H2, H3, H4s. If you ever use Ted Kabitis' tool, Quora does a good job of showing you the correlation analysis of SERPs. And a lot of times what you find in there is that the best ranking sites have at a high degree of correlation are using H1s, H2s, H3s, H4s. So if you forgot to do that on the website, don't worry. Auto AI generates it for you and dynamically inserts it into the content so that it optimizes your pages with new H1s through H4s, instantly providing you an SEO boost for the keywords that this page is ranking for. It's pretty cool. That's why we needed the GSC connection, because we need to know the keywords that you're targeting on the page. You guys with me so far?
Yeah, 100%, guys. I hope you're picking up what Manick is putting down, guys. You'll hear William, you'll hear me preach a lot about these golden nuggets, right? We've had Leon here, we've had Honey on here, speak on these things. And Auto, if you forget, one, Auto has your back, and two, how many times, and I can show you, and I have my examples to go in here, how, guys, we're SEOs and we forget, right? Interlinking, anchor texts, your image SEO. Guys, the basic stuff, I can show you a site right now, and I wanted to kind of use it as an example here of Schema, guys. I have a site right now that I took on Auto. I did the audit, took on the client, and guess what their schema is? Nothing. And guess what Auto allows me to do? As you can see, Manick is literally going through it and deploying this stuff. That's how fast. And a lot of times a client wants to know, how fast can I see this? How fast can you deploy it? Very, right? And then depends on your site, how fast does Google react, right? That we can't control. But we have seen Manick has case studies, he showed it. We just came off, I don't know how long ago, Manick, the group on Slack, 15, 30-day results.
Yes.
And it's like best practices, what I call them, guys, all on those 4 pillars on stuff that's gonna move the needle.
So right here, like while he was talking, I just deployed all of our internal linking opportunities across the website. Auto calculated 3,175 internal linking opportunities on the domain. Oh my God. Do you know how long it would have taken me to do that by hand? It would have taken me, we estimate, let's see here. Internal linking suggestions. It says, looks like it hasn't populated the answer yet, but a shit ton of time is the answer. It would have been probably weeks to implement this with VA. And then at the end of the process, you don't even really know if they did a good job, right? Did they do it right? They put the links into the pages. What are you going to do? Are you really going to go run a site audit and verify that the pages are linking to each other in the correct way? Do you got time for that? No, you don't have time for that. And you're not going to do it. So this automated that entire thing. I also deployed NLP optimization to the entire website. 1,468 of those semantic SEO terms to the website, including this really complicated schema markup, which is super powerful, where it references the Wikipedia entities so that Google knows that when I talk about, let's say, SEO platform, I mean this entity in their knowledge graph. When Google sees that schema on the page, it tells Google this is a high quality website being managed by someone who knows what they're doing. All of these things together produce those case studies. And Alfredo's in the group. He's seen the caliber of the case studies that we're seeing. We had Adam McChesney from Builders of Authority publish a case study, one of his own brands that he owns. It's an automotive repair company. They increased the amount of calls by 58% by installing Auto. And literally, like, he did it himself. He's a busy, busy man. He went through it. He spent just, I don't know, probably an hour going through the recommendations, deploying everything in the website. 1 month later, 58% increase in calls to the Google business profile. Just insanity. When I heard these case studies, I was obviously like, I know that this technology works because we've been testing it, but I haven't had a chance to test it on all these different kinds of businesses, enterprise companies, local businesses, plumbers, lawyers, carpenters, all kinds of industries. We're seeing amazing case studies. So it's super exciting. It's a really exciting time to be in this industry right now. So let's switch gears from the on-page stuff. Let's get into some of the really fun stuff in here. How many of you guys are doing topical mapping for building out content clusters for your clients' websites? Just pop in the chat if you guys are doing that. If
I am
not,
now.
you can now. Yeah, you will be now. So what is this? This is a topic map, okay? And what a topic map is, it's a visual way to think about your content strategy, starting with the seed keyword, which in this case is white label SEO that we wanted to target, into all the different contexts around white label SEO, including SEO reseller programs, white label SEO services, SEO tools, all these different contexts. And what you can do is go in here visually and see the topics and the search intent. So I means informational search intent. Maximize profits with SEO reseller program benefits. That's an informational article. But this one is a commercial and transactional article. How white label SEO reseller services enhance your agency. So if you're interested in articles that are more commercially leaning or more transactionally leaning or more, did I say informational? Maybe I did. You can basically build out your content plan based on the search intent of these topics. You go in here, you select the article topics that you want to write about, and then all you do is you click generate article. And using your AI settings that you've configured in here, we call these content folders. You can AI generate high quality content, super high quality content. You would go in here and configure this and tell it the way you want the content to look. So I want my content to have images because I don't want to add images later. I want one image per H2. I want a link in every article that links back to my white label SEO software page, because that's the page that I'm trying to boost the rankings for in my content plan. You guys with me so far? Remember, this topic map is trying to boost the rankings of the pillar page and the pillar keyword, which is white label SEO. It's a very competitive term. So if I want to boost my rankings for this super competitive term and this page, I can build a whole bunch of supplemental blog posts that all link back to this page for this anchor text, and that's going to help my rankings for the pillar page. How many of you guys got that?
Yes.
Yeah.
And guys, if I can emphasize, the searcher's intent is huge, huge, right? Because all of this, guys, almost doesn't matter if at the end of the day, the client's not getting phone calls. So if we can kind of think in reverse, Manick and the tool and the team have created the search intent. If the intent is commercial and transactional, guys, you want to focus on that because that's what makes that phone ring, right? And again, it does a lot of the heavy lifting for you, right? It's a tool that, you still got to put eyeballs on it. You still got to, but Manick and the way he set this up is it helps you to deploy, helps you to execute, at least get that piece of content out there. And God forbid that you connect this to your WordPress account and it starts, going live. Then you move on to the next step is backlinks, right? Interlinking, all that. It does it for you. It helps you with that heavy lifting.
Exactly right. So I'm just going to show you guys what a fully AI generated article looks like in here, so you guys can see how good the content is. Oh my God. Do you see this? Do you see the content score on this one? 96 out of 100. It included 127 topical terms in the content. This article is filled with all the entities that we've detected from an analysis of Google search results and analyzing their content with advanced natural language processing algorithms that we know are important to rank well in Google. Every single one of those terms is included in this article. It also has images that are appealing, which will enhance the dwell time so that when people get to our page, they're going to stick around. They're not just going to bounce. And then here you go. I got my link to my white label SEO page, AI generated in this article. I don't have to do anything manually. It's already been done for me and integrated into the article. And then as Alfredo was pointing out, if you guys connect your WordPress to this, there's a WordPress synchronized feature where I can go in here and I can instantly publish this to the website automatically. I can pick my author. I can pick my category. Like, this is really advanced stuff. I'm going to go with SEO. And if I click create draft, okay, I'm just going to click publish so we can straight away publish this. And this is going to go live on the website instantly. So if you've configured this in your AI settings to automatically publish to WordPress, set default WordPress publishing settings, and I go in here and I click Search Atlas as my site, published with my categories SEO, and I click Auto Upload to WordPress, it's going to do this for me automatically. I'm not even going to have to do that step. I just keep cranking through my content and I keep working on my SEO and I move on to the next one. What's the next one? Well, after you build an awesome content strategy for the blog, you create all the supplemental content, you get to unlock what's called Topical Authority. A lot of people have talked about it, a lot of amazing case studies about it. I'm going to show you one of my case studies about it. So by creating all this content, we're effectively becoming the Wikipedia of our niche. And one of the ranking factors that Google uses is what's called knowledge-based trust. They break the internet down into these knowledge domains. And the way that we boost our rankings inside those knowledge domains is by creating all these different articles that include all the vocabulary and all the entities. And let's see if I have it in here. The AI content generation case study. There it is. Boom. So Topic Authority, you publish all the content right here. 2 months later, the traffic begins to spike. And then you can see it just kept going up and to the right. Massive sonic boom of traffic. And it's not just from blog posts. It also is our supplemental. It's not just a supplemental blog post. It's the pillar pages ranking well for our head terms. So super powerful strategy here that you guys now have access to at your fingertips. This is very advanced SEO, guys. This isn't basic stuff. This is super advanced. And it's being really automated for you into a way, a system that you can do it, that your VAs can do it without a lot of training. Alfredo talked about Schema. That's being deployed to the site using a knowledge graph that's automatic. Now let's get into some of the GBP modules, because I know probably these are going to be very near and dear to your hearts. After all, this is the GMB Pros podcast webinar, right? So you guys are all about the GMB. So Alfredo, are you doing automated GBP posting currently? Is that part of your SOPs and what you guys do at the agency?
Yeah, 100%. So my cadence is once a week with Q&As.
Love it. So what you can do in here is you can add a post. You can AI generate the image. You can describe what you want the image to be in the GBP post. The content, you can tell it what you want it to write about, and it will create a post for you. Then you can give it a CTA, whatever you want the CTA to be. If you want it to be call now, I like call now because you want the business to get calls. So you can do that. And then you can decide when you want to schedule it. So you can post it now, or you can drip these out. You can schedule one for each day or one a week, whatever you want. And just so you guys know, we are about to launch a multi GBP post option. So you give it one prompt in here and tell it your posting frequency, and it will build you GBP posts out for however long you want it to go. If you want to do 3 months of GBP posts and you want to just do it today and knock it out and generate it, boom, you can do that. And it'll build you a multi-month GBP posting calendar. Same thing with Q&As. So you can schedule these out to be one Q&A per week. Here you can give it an AI prompt about what you want the Q&A to be for and how you want it to answer it. Auto will automatically bring in Q&A suggestions based on the Google Business Profile and what it thinks are going to be relevant to people, what they're searching for, and it will answer it for you. Deploying these is instant, so you can just do post. I'm just going to publish this right now, and it's going to go into the GBP instantly. So if I click on this, I'm going to go into our GBP, and boom, there you can see instantly. Did that not work flawlessly? It's pretty sweet. So instant Q&A generation and publication, and it can also take care of the reviews. So one of the things that's annoying for, when you build your agency out, you got all these clients are getting reviews. You got to answer these reviews. You got to respond to them in a thoughtful way. So the way we want to do that is by answering each review differently. A 5-star review, we just want to thank the customer, appreciate their support, and reiterate we'll continue to develop. This is for link graph, obviously. So we want to talk about us and what we do, but reiterate that we're going to keep building good technology that's going to help them, and then appreciate their feedback. For a 1-star review, we're going to say, apologize to them for the inconvenience and tell them that we will make every effort to improve for the future, right? So that they feel like we're going to do something about it. Now, you might be wondering, so like, how are we going to answer this feedback? So we decided to build a example button in here so you can actually get a feedback and reply in here, so you can see if you like the response. So the reply we came up with here is, we apologize for the inconvenience you experienced with our SEO services. We will make every effort to improve our services for the future. Thank you for your feedback. It's not bad. Pretty good, Alfredo. What do you think?
Absolutely.
Yep. So I could have also said, let them know they can reach out to support@linkgraph.io to share more about their experience. I would actually say encourage them to get in contact with us at support, and then get a new example and see what the new example looks like. And boom, please contact us at support@linkgraph to discuss your experience further. We'll strive to improve for the future. So this is a really advanced but also simple way to automate responding to reviews in Google Maps for your clients. You just set this up, guys, one time, and you're done forever. How many of you guys got that?
Yep.
Yep. Cool. Perfect.
And guys, too, depending on how you have your structure, Brian Cotto really embedded this in me when he said it, is leveraging a tool for what its intent is not supposed to be. So if you have a team and you have them doing certain tasks, that's what's happening with me in my agency, is now instead of having them spend hours doing this, we can set this up and I can focus their energy on other areas as well to help grow the agency.
That's such a great point. So
yeah. And then on here, if you scroll up, Manick, he alluded to this a little bit, but it tells you how many hours you save by doing some of this. I don't think that's accurate, because that's for somebody that might know how to do it. For somebody that's me, I have to learn it and it takes me a while. That could be double for me. Somebody that doesn't do it every day, or if you're just getting into, depending where you're at in your journey, this is going to help you deploy that stuff. It's going to give you confidence, because it's everything. I don't care who it is. When it comes to actually doing the work and doing deliverables, they're all going to talk about title tags, meta description, missing image alt text, issues with links, meta keywords, headers. I promise you, all of those things that Manick and the team have set up for the on-page, the technical issue, that's your first bucket. Those clients, if you're watching this video, that's almost the first thing I talk about, because it does, the rest doesn't matter if you don't have that first section that auto takes care of it for you. And like Manick said, literally, if you do nothing else for the client but that section, I mean, we can almost guarantee just that alone is going to bump it up.
100%, 100%. I think, obviously every website's different. Every website has its strengths and its weaknesses, its shortcomings, and its areas where it's doing well. And with most local businesses, they actually, they have almost like red in all areas. A lot of them just don't have good web pages, landing pages, on-page SEO, off-page SEO. They need it all. But that's actually a good thing, because what that means is if you deploy auto on a local business client that you're working with, right, and you do all of these fixes, you deploy them. Guys, by the way, there's a joy mode button. So if you don't really want to get into each tab, just hit deploy all, and it will deploy all of them for you. So it's the fastest way to do SEO and get results from SEO. This says it saved me 130 days of time. That doesn't mean like I worked a couple hours in a day. That means a 24-hour period of time where I was cranking doing SEO nonstop, no coffee, no lunch break, no piss break, no cigarette break, grinding it, which is obviously inhumane, but auto's a robot, so we don't care too much about auto working its tail off. So it is insane. I don't think there's a higher ROI tool on the market that'll give you the kind of results you'll get with auto for less money. I mean, Alfredo, what do you think on that? I mean, that's subjective, but I think it's true.
No, and guys, like I started the call, I mean, Manick's my friend and I support him in any way that I can, but there's all tools are tools, right? They all have their flaws. They all, are not perfect, just like a scale, right? Everybody's scale will read a little different, but there's few tools that I think can make an impact in getting results for your client and growing your agency, right? Like quickly, effectively, and simple. I think it could create an impact for your business, leveraging a tool like this in all areas of your agency. And that's why I kind of like, okay, Manick, come on here, let's do this. I see it, I get it, I've tried it, really, and this is not a like I'm paying for this tool myself and I love it. I try it. That's why I wanted to bring it to the group and to the family, because it can make an impact, hands down. And then, so with this tool, guys, you can see it covers a lot. And then you can say, well, what if stuff goes wrong? Because it's not perfect, and it will. Guys, I don't know no other company, I'm sorry, unless you're paying for that level, that I literally, if I need to reach out to tech support, to the team, for crying out loud, they even have a certain time where they hop on Zoom with me live right there. Like, what the crap? Like, they like take support to a whole new level. And I just ran into a situation, and you guys might see that update where I got hacked. As far as suggestions to Manick and the team, they're like, man, I never thought of that. Let me implement something there it is right there. You literally can get on Zoom with a teammate for support, like right now.
Yeah.
But as far as like even suggestions to make the tool better, stuff that you see, like, man, I can really use it, would make my life easier. Manick's and the team is the man. I love that about him.
We live the same reality you guys are. Like, we got a big agency, right? We're growing our agency with our enterprise brands, but we're doing it through Search Atlas. And Search Atlas has been the way that we've reduced our churn at our agency now to so I think it's sub 1%. We have months where we don't have a single client churn, and we're doing over 10 million a year in revenue. So we're talking about a big agency that's scaled, that's had to go through the ringer on SOPs. We've had VAs churn. We've had SEO strategists churn on our team. We've had account managers churn, and we've had to deal with every possible problem that you can have when you do agency work at scale. And one of the best things that we get from Search Atlas and the platform is, I mean, auto is great. Auto's amazing. Okay. I'm really proud of it. Like for me, it wasn't just a tool. This is for me going to be something that for me, it feels more like art. It's something that I created for myself, and I put so much of my own blood, sweat, and tears and my soul into it. That's how deeply invested in it I am. But the platform is a lot more than just auto. So in here, you also have your heat maps. So you can get your local Google Maps tracking. Let me pick a business that looks good, so you guys can see. Here's one. Actually, I set this GBP up at my old place in Jupiter. So here you can see what our heat map looks like, and it's really good looking. It's really responsive. It's fast. It's accurate. Anytime if you wanted to look at the actual data, you can click into that map and see what that pin looks like and dive into it yourself. It's got side-by-side comparisons, so you can compare one business to another business. What's amazing is my GBP is outranking a real business that actually is a sailing club, like the actual Palm Beach Sailing Club. I outranked them with my Google Business Profile with one review. It's totally hilarious. Google's got some stuff to work on for sure. But anyways, it's pretty funny for this audience to see that I was able to outrank a real business with this faux thing I just set up in Palm Beach of all places, right? This is like an affluent community. But anyways, these are the heat maps, and they integrate into the report builder. So what you can give your clients is a report that shows them the results. Seeing is believing. We believe in giving our clients transparency so that they can see the results and they don't have to just take our word for it. So here we're giving them their Google Analytics data. We're bringing in our Google Search Console data. We've got a keyword rank tracker in Search Atlas that's bringing in the data from that. The heat maps integrate into this report as well. So you can pick a date, you can pick a time. Looks like these are just some random ones that are set up by our QA team. You can pick multiple keywords, multiple heat maps, and present your story of this is where you were client day 1 when you started working with me. Here's where you are client day 30 after 1 month of working with my agency. Look at how you guys improved. And obviously, day 1, set up the heat map. Day 2 or day 1.5, install auto on the website and click deploy on all the fixes. And then just let Google index the changes, wait for 14 days, and you'll see the heat maps will start to turn green immediately. And then you can also bring in the data from Google Business Profile, where you can see the trend in impressions and clicks and calls and direction requests, and visualize the impact that the campaign is having on them. And then best of all, this report is white labeled. So when you go in here into Search Atlas and you set it up, we have an agency settings page where you plug in your white label dashboard URL and your logo. And then you get this configured up here. You can also add in some additional settings, whether you want to show orders or billing or emails to your customers that are also white labeled. You can add customers in here to have child accounts so that they can get in here. And we're about to add in, this hasn't been released yet, a order builder. So on the Link Graph website, I'll show this to you. We have this order builder where our clients self-serve and buy and check out SEO packages all the time, daily. Constantly, we get e-commerce transactions where people are buying link building packages from us. They're buying YouTube SEO campaigns, content, local, whatever. You can build your own order builder and add it to your website for your agency through here, and build your own e-commerce store for your SEO agency. You plug in your Stripe key and you'll be able to run your own transactions. We don't get $1 from that. It's all you. We collect $0. You collect 100%, obviously. We've also got a lead capture widget. So you can put this on your website and use it to capture leads for your agency. And it'll give them kind of a beautiful kind of a journey, an SEO journey where it shows them their stats, their metrics. And at the end of it, it's a lead capture system so that you can capture them. So just wanted to show you guys that Search Atlas is really more of a retention platform. It is about retaining the customers and getting them results hand in hand. Alfredo, do you use the report builder yet? And are you set up on the white label yet? I think you actually were having some issues getting the white label set up. Is that right?
Yeah, but I definitely, guys, as Manick just let out the secret, like I'm all in. Like white label, I had issues on my end, but again, the team was great. Like they're getting on this, right? So yeah, I'm doing the white label. I have not gone to the report because this was just released not too long ago, so I don't even have 30 days. So I'm getting all my properties and stuff on here to help me with the SEO. This is, I'm able to prospect better. I'm able to speak with more convictions because I know I'll be able to give them results based off our community, based off best practices. As Manick, as you heard, like he gave credit, like, man, this is a great idea. How can I incorporate this into the tool of our community, the best practices on what's working, with tests and whatnot. And one thing with Manick, he's constantly testing, right? Make sure that it works. So when we do it, it's effective for our clients.
That's exactly right. You know how much we spend on our SEO experiments team?
How much?
We spend $20,000 a month on the experiments team. All they do all day, every day, is SEO testing. We have, I think, like 400 PBNs, and we've got, thanks to the community, a growing number of Google business profiles that they're cool with us testing on. Maybe they're GPP that are just sitting around not doing anything. That experiments team goes in, installs auto, and will enable one thing at a time, just one thing, and measures the impact. So we can confirm that this stuff works. Like, for example, Cloud Stacks. This is a new one that we added in. Cloud Stacks, if you guys are familiar with Cloud Stacks, this is a strategy where you can build backlinks to your website, getting backlinks from sites like Azure, Versal, GitHub, AWS, DigitalOcean. These are all DR 60, 70, 80, 90 websites. And through Auto, we're able to build a Cloud Stack and deploy it within seconds. You guys want to do one live and we can test it out together so I can show you guys how it works?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's pick a page.
And guys, as Manick is setting this up, like everything that he's referring to is this quick. Meta tags, whatever in that technical, all of it really, but it's fast. You hit deploy, you literally go to the page, whatever tool you use and see if it's on there. And you'll see the changes. And this Cloud Stack is freaking amazing, guys. So now you start thinking like, man, this actually saves me money if you have other tools or other, essentially other tools I use to accomplish this. You can have this on one dashboard, manage it on one spot fairly quickly, fairly simple, and very effective.
So this is my Cloud Stack that I just AI generated while Alfredo was explaining that to you guys. This looks fine. What is Search Atlas? How does it help? The keyword I'm trying to rank for is Auto AI SEO Agent. And I'm looking at these images that are provided in my knowledge graph. They look fine. My Google Map, for my Google Map link, it's right here. I got that already, so I'm going to get my GPP backlink as well. My meta keywords are right here. And here's my meta description. I like it. I'm good with it. We're just going to smash the publish button. And
Manick, do you have to go get these cloud accounts, all these cloud accounts?
no, you guys don't have to add them yourself. You guys are using our cloud accounts, so you don't have to worry about it. That was one of the worst parts of Cloud Stack building, is getting your own accounts, because people were like, they were so cheap. They were making you guys pay for the hosting fees of content. Guess what, guys? The hosting fees for content, it's not that much. I'm paying for it for you guys. It's not enough that like we're like, hey, connect your own accounts. I thought that was so stupid. So here you can see it's already publishing to these sites. You can see how fast it's publishing to them. Look at this. This is a link that's already been published on the internet. And let's find our backlink enhance your AI SEO strategy with Auto AI SEO agent. It's also linking to all my social accounts. So all my social profiles are getting backlinks as well. And my GBP right here is getting a backlink. And I've got all this FAQ content. It's adding more backlinks to Auto SEO to that landing page in these FAQs. So you guys can see how fast I did that, right? Like that was so easy. And I got these links now. Let's hit refresh. 13 out of 13 published. That took no time. And I just built some amazing backlinks to my site. So it's really that simple. We're going to be adding in press releases in here as well. We're about to announce a really important acquisition. And we're going to be integrating automated press release distribution into Auto as well. So you can build press releases through here and publish them super fast, all to build up, again, that authority component within the holistic SEO blueprint that boosts the authority piece. And
So guys,
it's pretty much,
if you can go back to that slide, Manick.
Yep.
We literally covered all these, I call them pillars. Manick has it set up in blocks. We covered all of these blocks here, literally in this, search atlas tool that can help you with this, right? So
yeah,
love it.
we hit all 4 pillars, and I think that's actually why this is working so well. The case studies that we've seen have been amazing. I published a case study on my Facebook today. I'm not going to show it, but you guys can see it. We published it. I published one last week. Adam McChesney published one. Gabe published another one. Like there's a lot of people are publishing the case studies from Auto. They're getting great results with it. And, in the words of Josh Blakely, who's like a friend of mine, but also like a badass SEO. I think he's got like almost 100 sites on Auto. He said the results were transformative for his agency. Like he's gone all in on it. He's all in on Auto. Jake Tlapek, the Wizard Marketing, he's all in on it. Even Josh Nelson from 7-Figure Agency, Josh is a believer in this too. So, I mean, the technology is going to work for you guys. And I also want to say what you see in here today is going to be the least amount of stuff you will ever see in Auto, as Alfredo can attest to, because he's seen the Search Atlas platform evolve from where it was 1 year ago to today. The platform, it just keeps getting bigger and better, and we keep adding more to it. So in response to feedback from the community, from you guys and GMP pros, what you guys think you guys want to see in the platform, you just let us know, and we add it to our roadmap, and we'll start to build it. So, feel free to contact me, be in touch with me. I'm super easy to get a hold of on Facebook Messenger. I answer all my own messages. Just let me know what you guys want to see from the platform as you guys dig in, and it'll be there. We'll add it to the roadmap.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Let's see here. Hold on. Let's see. So guys, with that said, I appreciate everyone that is on here. We're coming up to past our 60-minute mark. So I appreciate everyone that's on here, those that on the Facebook Live. I appreciate everyone. And those, if you guys want to get a hold, I put in the chat and also in the Facebook, if you want to sign up, or please reach out to the team at Search Atlas. They're a great group of people willing to help. They're on there 7 days a week. Just check with the timing and your time zone. I want to appreciate Manick. I want to appreciate those that are on here, those that are catching the replay. It's a great tool. If you have any questions, how I use it, reach out to me, reach out to Manick again, and the Search Atlas team. They're more than willing to help out there. With that said, Manick, one last question. I asked this of all our guests here. One last question is, what is a fun fact about Manick that nobody knows?
Fun fact. So I got a good one for this. I don't think anyone knows this, but fun fact is back in college, this is like 2009. No, I'm sorry, to 2013. I spent 3 or 4 months in the equatorial rainforest living in there trying to like improve the quality of life for like this tribe. And while I was there, I got married to a woman in the rainforest completely against my will. I had no idea what was going on. I was sitting on a sack of beans. Next thing I know, the entire tribe is surrounding me and they're chanting in their dialect. It's called Warani. And there's a woman next thing I know sitting on my lap, facing away from me. I couldn't see what she looked like. And then after this like whole thing happened, she like disappears into like a tent, you know, somewhere. And then one of the women in the tribe came up to me in Spanish, said like, ahora tienes que hacer su trabajo en el tent, you know, which means like in Spanish, you got to know how to do your job. So she was telling me, got to go and, you know, get some work done. I did not, if anyone's wondering, I did not go in there to make the marriage. There was one woman who, for the rest of the time we were there, would not make eye contact with me. And so I could figure out who it was. But my fun fact is that I was married to a indigenous woman in the rainforest.
Wow, that's interesting. That is very super interesting. Love it, love it. Manick, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your time. And appreciate those that are here. If you could just hold on one bit, Manick, I would appreciate it.
Absolutely.
So with that being said, guys, much love, much success, and I'll catch you on the next one.